Yewo, farm CEOs. Good to have you here again. My name is Mwale Gilbert, and I have another interesting topic I would like us to talk about. And this is primarily, on the issue of how many employees you need to have to be able to see the right productivity on your farm. And you see sometimes that, as we have described or categorized different types of farm workers that you could actually have on your farm, we indicated that there are what we call handy workers, hybrid workers, as well as also brainy workers. And for me, this structure looks just similar like the one, in the companies where we also work away from our farms, where you actually have the general workers, you have a junior management, senior management, and if at all you also have C-suite, and you call them something different from senior management, is that is the case. So the idea is there's a reason why we have junior management on top of general workers, and there's a reason why we have senior management on top of junior management. Otherwise, we would never have those things. I mean, there would be no need at all. So the idea is that you are definitely having a person who has, more experience, better skill. They have actually gotten more educated over the issue, and therefore they qualify to be a leader of others. So they know the technical knowledge that is required to deliver the work, but also they have gained experience, have seen many more days or variations of the problem that they can see further, and they would give you the right direction that you actually require. So when you think about that, is that companies go to lengths, in the places where we work, they go to lengths to make sure that they have the right team, the right people in the junior management, they have the right people on the senior management. So the question I have usually is that when you are thinking about your farm, what makes us think that if we had, let's say for example, 5 people, 20 people, 30 people who are general workers, that the more we have of them, the better our farm becomes? Well, that is not going to happen. That is simply you just increasing the baggage and the burden of leadership on yourself. Because remember, some of the inadequacies we have described that the team on the farm that is usually called handy workers come with, is that one of the challenges for them is they prefer micromanagement. That is why junior leadership is always important. Someone with a diploma or certificate in agriculture with a bit of experience needs to be on top of them, between you and them, so that they can provide the every day-to-day scheduling and guidance. Then you come in only for stronger supervision, as well as also guidance of where the team and the organization should be going. But this is the group of people that actually make remote farming become very difficult, in that they need supervision on a regular basis. I'm talking about the handy workers, or what you call general workers or caretakers, is that they need consistent supervision. So this is the group that has made you believe that remote farming is impossible. This is that group. So if you have, the more you increase their number, it doesn't change to now become that because there are 40 of them or 50 of them on the farm, then they will take care of things. No, they will get done the work that needs to get done in terms of the handiwork. They are so strong, reliable on that front. But when it comes to leading themselves, being proactive, as well as also making sure that they get done things without calling you every single day is that you will need to have somebody just above them who bridges that gap. I would like to use an example that I always share with people of my experience. You know, early on in my business journey, I actually used to think that the more people I have in the team, the more we are going to get results. And so what I would do is that whenever I saw an area where we are lacking somebody, I would never push the team members that are there to actually, overlap, think about solving that extra problem. I will just bring in another person. And because we were young business, one of the challenges that was there was I definitely, felt that I couldn't afford to have the right people in the business. So I would pay them very little money. And I take responsibility of that, because the idea was I can't afford. So I'll pay the least amount of money possible that someone is willing to get so that we can have the rest of the money to grow the business. So in the early days of your business, you always think that you don't have enough money. And sometimes it is true. But I also feel like there's a certain proportion of how much money you must not be willing to pay people if you're going to get the right results in your business or on your farm. And for me, I made that compromise, and it made the business take longer and longer to actually grow and for us to see the right results, because even when we had 18 employees in the business, we still would sometimes end the whole entire month with 0 sales. So the question then was that, what were we doing, all 18 of us, if we could actually end the whole entire month with 0 sales? So it looks like your farm, which is to say you have as many people as possible, but what results are you getting from the farm is the question you should be asking yourself. Are you making money from that farm? Are you making profit from that farm? So then why the sentimental connection with as many people as possible who are not producing the result that you desire? If your farm is just meant for the purpose of, like an asset holding place, and the assets are being kept well, your plan is not to generate income from it, but rather to hold financial, cash in form of assets, then that is fine. But if you're looking for a place where you're going to generate income from, is that then you need to be very cautious on the team that you actually have on the farm. So my question for us is really that, how many farm workers do you need to have for you to actually generate enough profit on your farm? 100 general workers would never change the productivity level of your farm to going higher. They would actually increase the level of stress that you actually are going to be experiencing as a leader. You need layers of leadership on your farm of people who are qualified at different levels, who should manage others. That way, if you grow the farm in terms of team member wise up, not just sideways only, if you grow it up, what you begin to see also is that less stress on you as an owner, and then more productivity, more money coming through, because everybody is taking responsibility. Thank you.